and 4 copies of Stasis Snare, some Mana Acceleration, 4 copies of Hedron Archive, and that bridges the gap into your large Eldrazi plays. The cherry on top, of course, being Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger.
A Canopy Vista is where Kevin is going to start. Flooded Strand here from Tom. A Plains, and now a Hanger Backwalker for Kevin. We will head the boss's way. He'll start, however, by sacrificing Flooded Strand on Tom's end step.
And this is going to be, I preface this with, this is going to be a stupid comment, but Hanger Backwalker, very good in this deck. In the market both for blocking early on in the game, and it's just another high-impact play once you have a lot of mana.
That is true. And that was a stupid comment.
That was I warned you ahead of time.
Yeah.
This is going to be stupid.
Yeah. Wooded Foothills here from Tom. He'll get a basic forest. We'll see what his turn 2 play will be. Seen a lot of Silk Racks this weekend. It's just going to be a face-up Stratus Dancer for now. Tom with one of those in his main deck. That's that Blue Splash.
Put it to good use against Ali Antrazi in that match we had on camera a few rounds ago.
It was good there. Counterspells are actually just pretty good in the format.
People are playing basically all of them.
Yeah.
There's no counterspell that I can think of off the top of my head where I'm like, this is showing up 0 in Standard right now.
Another Hanger Backwalker. And for Long and his very mana-intensive deck, no third land.
And this is the biggest problem for decks like this with the rotation is a lot of the best, most reliable mana acceleration is a thing of the past. You got to get to 3 mana for Nissa. You got to get to 4 mana for Hedron Archive. It's not Sylvan Caryatid, Elvish Mystic like it was last month.
Yeah, not like for what those devotion strategies had.
Yeah.
Much different now. Not to say the tools aren't there because they are, but it's just different now. Tom going to play in Nissa, search up a basic forest. Might see Stratus Dancer fly in the red zone here, and we do. Now we're going to head Kevin Long's way. Looking for land number 3. He's got 2 Hanger Backwalkers. And now he's got a copy of Silk Wrap. I'll take care of Nissa, and this will allow him to attack here for 2 points of damage. Just have to pass the turn back. Tough draw here for Long. Wingmate Rock the draw here for the boss. He'll play Lumbering Falls. He'll come across for 2. He'll just have to pass the turn back here.
I wonder what the converted mana cost of Long's hand is right now.
I'm scared to find out. There's a lot of Eldrazi in there, though. Just going to hang back with Hanger Backwalkers, looking to charge him up. Canopy Vista is land number 5. Stratus Dancer will come across for 2. It's all tied up at 14. And now here's the rock. And it'll be joined by a friend.
And every single time Ross has had this card this weekend, it's felt basically perfect.
It's been good.
It's been really good.
Hanger Backwalkers will grow into 2/2s. Kevin Long, can you draw a third land? I don't think so. Yes, he did. All right. The Sanctum of Ugin.
And this is a big information reveal. For Long to want to play that land, he has to feel like the game's still winnable.
It's very true because with what Long has played thus far, it looks like he's just a Greenlight Megamorph deck.
Yeah, he could have concealed a lot of information going into game 2. So he's got to feel like his hand can still play here.
Well, when you play a Sanctum of Ugin, you are letting it be known what you're doing. You're not hiding any information. Maybe another Silk Wrap on the way? Yes. Take care of that rock token. Pass the turn back.
The Eldrazi deck, unlike a lot of other decks that play with Hanger Backwalker, not very effective getting their own hangerback walkers off of the table. This is just a blocking on the ground measure. There's no Valorous Dance or Dramoka's Command kind of pairings with it. So as long as Tom doesn't do anything on the ground, the air should be clear.
It's a great place to be for his deck right now as he comes across for 5 more. Gains a little bit of life thanks to the Wingmate Rock. He'll sacrifice the fetch land, go get a Prairie Stream. We'll see if there's a spell to play as long as already taking his turn. He's added a counter to a Hangerback Walker. It looks like nope, Tom just wanted to crack a fetch land past the turn back. Nissa, which will bring a forest along with it.
This could have potentially been a very good draw for Long if he had his lands on time.
Yep.
3 gets you to 4, and then 4 gets you to Hedron Archive, and then
who knows from there.
You're good.
It did not come together this game, though, at all. Clearly, it's come together for him many times here this weekend with his 6-0-1 record. He does not have a lot of turns left to live. He's going to attack here for 3. And part of the reason he's not attacking the other Hangerback Walker is to check the Lumbering Falls that's out there.
And Tom definitely can't attack because breaking open one of those Hangerback Walkers represents a lot of turns for Long.
Here come the beatdowns. There's a Windswept Heath, and Tom will just pass the turn back again. So not a lot going on in Ross's hand. It feels like he's almost just hoping these flyers are good.
Well, there's not a lot for him to do on the ground because of the Hangerback Walkers. So all he can do is attack with the flyers, hold up whatever, Valorous Stance, Dramoka's Command type of tricks he has, and there's not a lot for Tom to do besides.
That's basically all that he's doing at this point as well. I even believe he has a copy of Silk Wrap in his hand that he just would prefer not to show if he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been given a reason to.
And honestly, he might be better served just Silk Wrapping a token from Hangerback Walker should that arise, rather than anything that's on the table.
In for 3. Ross will sacrifice the Windswept. He's going to go down to 10 now. Basic Forest.
I don't know. It was good the last couple turns.
And just the attacking?
Yep.
Well, I don't see a reason why it would stop, right?
Yep. I mean, Tom might be thinking it couldn't have actually been this easy, right? Like it's at some point he stalled on lands. He finally drew out of it. He got to his 5th mana and said, "Go." What's the deal here?
You just have nothing.
I mean, I know you got spells. You didn't have lands.
All right, attack. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Kevin has nothing. Yeah, I mean, at least he put up some sort of shield there, like some sort of moniker that I have something,
And Tom's getting a good laugh out of that.
Yeah.
Last little turn.
Yeah. Do you actually have nothing? Yeah, I have nothing. All right, cool. Tom Ross going to win again, everyone here over Kevin Long.
What's up with your deck there, buddy? I don't really know what's going on over there.
Bat Megamorph up a game here over Green-White Eldrazi, but we know that something actually is going on over there as we take a look at the sideboard.
A lot of good options here. 2 copies of Surge of Righteousness, 2 copies of End Hostilities, 3 Den Protector, 3 Irration Cleric, 2 Dramoka's Command, an Ugin the Spirit Dragon, a Gaia's Revenge, and a Desolation Twin. Really like bringing in the 2 copies of End Hostilities in this matchup, as well as the Ugin. He might want Den Protector as well to kind of pair with his sweepers, but definitely love End Hostilities and Ugin.
Other side of things here for the boss, we've seen his sideboard a couple times this weekend. 2 Dispels, 2 Evolutionary Leaps, an Island, 2 Disdainful Strokes, a Stratus Dancer, a Surge of Righteousness, 2 Ration Clerics, a Master of the Unseen, 2 Valorous Stances, and that Cure we talked about a little earlier.
I think the 2 copies of Valorous Stance can come in as a way to fight Long's top end. The threats in the Eldrazi deck don't have spectacular enters the battlefield triggers for the most part. Even something like Ulamog is something you can weather if you can kill it right away. So I like bringing in those cards. I like bringing in the 1 copy of Kiora. 2 Disdainful Strokes seem like a no-brainer as well.
Good options here for both players. Kevin Long will be on the play, looking to get some lands this time with this Green Eldrazi deck so we can see some of the power of what he can do.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
It was not a... If you had to make the application for that deck, you would not have selected that game.
No.
If you had to impress someone, did not look good.
That's why I give you 3.
Yeah.
We'll see game number 2 in just a moment. But for now, we'll talk about the fall creature collection here with Star City Games. We've got playmat, sleeves, and bundles of some of our game night favorites.
Yeah, this is the winter collection. As you see, the hippo, the otter, the reindeer, and Penguillian Click.
Got there.
All available playmat sleeves and player bundles at starcitygames.com/creature collection or the dealer booth at any of our opens or Grand Prix that we're at.
I told you to be able to get it. It's just a matter of repetition.
Yeah.
Penguillian Click. Boom.
Boom.
Super easy to do.
They are looking scheming in that photo, though.
Well, so are the Vendilion Click in their photo.
But our penguins are usually, they are typically enthusiastic, is the word I would use to describe them. They are scheming in that photograph.
They're up to no good. Hanging out, jetpacks, gonna steal some stuff.
Yep.
It's like Furious George the monkey stealing bananas. It's very clear he was up to no good.
Yeah, you could just tell.
Well, for Tom Ross, it's another great tournament. The Roanoke native now, originally from Louisiana, 3 invitational top 8s with 2 wins back-to-back last year. 5 Open Series top 8s, looking for number 6 here this weekend in Atlanta. Pro Tour top 8 in Honolulu 2009, and 4 GP top 8s. A parkour fan, a Mortal Kombat fan, and 5-time Louisiana state champion.
You know what stat is surprising on the list?
What you got?
5 Open Series top 8s.
Feels like
I
more.
would have expected more.
Yeah, it feels
I would
like
have
more.
expected more. 5's still a fair number. And the 3 invitational top 8s and back-to-back wins, no one's questioning his Open Series resume. I would have just expected more.
He's always in the thick of things for a top 8. You know, he's always in the top, at worst it feels like top 32.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes in the top 16 like we saw last weekend in Indianapolis. So I am a little surprised that number felt a little low. It did. But he is well on his way here, that's for sure. 7-0 up a game with this Bant Megamorph deck. Deck seems very well positioned for the tournament. Both players will keep. It'll be a Canopy Vista. That's where Long will start things. Lumbering Falls here for the boss. Just the plains here for Kevin. Looks like he actually has some lands this game, so that's a start.
Yeah, his hand looked a little land heavy, but that's not necessarily a bad thing for his deck.
We're going face-up Stratus Dancer again.
It's Tom's favorite move.
Those flying beats were good last time. There's a Silk Wrap. Got to slow it down. Ross will draw. For Ross, he'll sack a fetch land. Get a basic plains here. And now he's got a Deathmist Raptor. So over to Kevin Long we go. Just the plains and passing. Nothing too exciting here from the green-white Eldrazi deck.
Slow and steady.
We want to see some fireworks here from Kevin.
At least slow. Steady remains to be seen.
Well, he is at 20. Let's make it 17 now. There's Death Miss Raptor. Windswept Teeth comes on down.
Be a good moment for one of those sideboarded end hostilities.
And Hostilities is a card that I think some people even forgets in the format. There's Stasis Snare. There are times where I even forget about it. That and Planner Outburst.
We have not seen a lot of it through the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. The boss will sacrifice Wooded Foothills here.
But this Eldrazi deck doesn't necessarily have to accelerate to its top end. Long is going to start to be able to play some of his stuff next turn or the turn after.
Just got to play lands. Trade some resources, then you can start casting the big stuff.
And he's getting to a point where even something like Quarantine Field is a huge play.
That's true. Is Tom not going to attack?
Tom's going to attack.
It just felt like a...
Tom's going to attack.
That felt like a passing of the turn motion almost.
Don't worry about Tom. Tom's going to attack.
All right, there's the attack. Flooded Strand. Sacrifice the Flooded Strand. Probably a Prairie Stream on the way.
Seems like a good spot. Now Lumbering Falls is eligible.
There's a morph. I believe it is Den Protector. Not much for it to return right now as we head back Kevin Long's way. He'll draw a card. We're going to see something like an Oblivion Sower here, maybe. There's Sanctum of Ugin. There can be some flashy lands in this Eldrazi deck.
2 copies of Shrine of the Forsaken and then 4 Sanctum of Ugins as value lands. The rest just basics, fetches, and Campy Vistas.
Just going to pass the turn back, however. Lumbering Falls is going to get fired up. Here come the beatdowns. It's a total of 8. Long is going to take 8. Fall down to 6. Kevin, do something.
Come on.
Do anything.
There's the Shrine, and the Shrine is on.
7 lands. Yes. A monster.
Don't put the Death Miss Raptor in there. All right, we got something.
I believe Rune Processor. That'll gain some life. Great analysis by you. Don't put Death Miss Raptor.
Do not put the Death
Great
Miss
job.
Raptor down there.
Right on top of it.
That is not meant to be processed.
No. Good job by you. If you do gain 5 life, bang. Finally an Eldrazi. They are gigantic, all of them. They don't line up well. How does that thing lose to a Raptor?
I'm going to throw this out there.
Yeah?
I don't feel like this card is high enough impact to be in the main deck.
I think it's a good sideboard card, probably.
Yeah, I could see it being a solid mid-game Eldrazi for beatdown matchups, but it's a lot of work. Don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. I want to know what the 1 Desolation Twin is doing in the sideboard.
It's for matchups when you need 2 10-10s.
Right, it's for when 10-10s are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mirror. Unmorph Den Protector. What's he bringing back? Stratus Dancer.
This game feels winnable, though, for long. I mean, Tom's clock is not that fast right now.
Well, I assume the big spells are coming. He's got the
been
necessary
waiting
mana.
so long.
Yes.
We've been waiting so long. The crowd demands an Ulamog.
There's a Canopy Vista. I don't even care what Eldrazi it is. I just want more of them. That's all.
Quarantine Field would also play.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That card would play.
And Hostilities, that's fine too. Well, I don't cast that actually, since you know it's more for the Stratus Dancer, so don't do that.
Yeah, his hand, I believe, is End Hostilities and 2 Ulamogs.
It's tough.
It is really
It's
tough.
tough there.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Legacy Challenge, your next round variants are going up. Again, Legacy Challenge.
Tom's going to take a look at Sanctum of Ugin. He just wants to make sure he knows how these non-basics that you don't traditionally see work. It's whenever you cast a color spell with converted mana cost 7 or greater, you can sacrifice Sanctum of Ugin. If you do, you search your library for a colorless creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Stratus Dancer are going to unmegamorph, so Tom's putting the shields down on that particular line of play because he wants the flyer.
Yep.
Wants to give the beat down.
Trying to go for the kill. I mean, if he has a way to get the processor off the table, it's good to go.
Yeah, it's very true. Might just fire up old Lumbering Falls.
Oh, yeah, that does it too. Yep.
Yeah.
Make him have a removal spell.
You got anything? 3, 6, 9? Nothing. Kevin Long just concedes. Tom is smiling because his draws were so bad.
Yeah. we've had the Eldrazi deck now on camera twice. Once in Indianapolis and once
here.
now. And we've yet to see the draw. I don't know what the draw is. We have not seen it yet.
That deck